Hello everyone. In the series of Learning Database Management System, our today's topic is outer join in relational algebra. So before starting outer join, let me revise the natural join, which was part of inner join, and we have seen that in my previous video lecture series. So there was two problem in natural join. First thing, that we can apply natural join only when the attribute is common in both the tables where we want to apply the join. That means the attribute should have same name and same domain. Otherwise, we are not allowed to apply natural join. A second thing was there was the problem of data loss. If the tuples are not there in both the table, then those tuples will be lost, and it is very costly to handle data loss. So if you can see this table, here I am having two tables, A and B, and if you can see here, we are having id name in table A. In table B we are having name and marks. So name is the common attribute, or we can say common column between these two tables. With same name means the name is same, and the domain, both are taking strings, so the domain is also same. So we are allowed to put natural join on these two tables. Now, if you can see here in table A, we have a tuple 10j, but this j name is not there in table B. So this data will not come in my resultant table. Now, Veer, this name is there in table B, Veer. So ID of Veer and marks of Veer are going to come in the resultant table. Third one is John, and this John is also present in table B, so this will also come in resultant table. But here Sam, this name is not present in table A, so this name will also not coming in table resultant table. So as you can see, my two tuples, now this is very small table, so only two tuples are lost, so I'm losing the data here, and we don't want to lose any data because handling of data which is lost is very costly. So to overcome this problem, we got outer join. In an outer join, along with tuples that satisfy the matching criteria, we also include some or all tuples that do not match the criteria. So that problem of data loss can be overcome by this outer join. And the problem of having a common attribute with same type and domain is also overcome by outer join. We are allowed to put outer join on attribute with a different name. Fine. So there are three types of outer join: left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join. Let's see all these outer joins one by one. So first thing is left outer join. Sign of left outer join is like this. This is normal join. Two more arrows are coming out from left side, so it is left outer join. Now, this join returns all the rows of the table on the left side of the join and matching row for the table on the right side of the join. Fine. So if I'm having two table, that is A and B, from left side, this table A is on the left side. So from left side, all the tuples are coming. From right side, the common area, if you can see, which is matching to A, only those tuples are coming. The rows for which there is no matching row on right side, the result set will contain null. So if there are any tuples in table A whose matching is not there in table B, then we have to write null on those values. Left join is also known as left outer join. Let's understand with this example. We are having a table A and table B. So here if you can see, I'm having ID and name, and here I'm having also two attribute, name and marks. If here instead of this name I will write student name, then also it's allowed. I'm allowed to apply left join. It will not create me any problem like natural join. Okay, now let's see one by one. So the name J. The name J is present in table A, but if you can see, the name J is not present in table B, but then also in the resultant table, because if you can see, all the elements are coming from table A. So 10J will definitely come here in the resultant table, but instead of marks, because we don't have marks of J, there will be a null value will come. Then 20 Veer, 20 Veer is present in table B, so his marks will come. John is also present in table B, so his marks will also come. Only we will not get the tuple that is present only in table B, that is Sam. So Sam is present in table B and it's not having any common attribute with table A. That's why only this Sam attribute, this Sam tuple, this record we are not getting. Okay, so this was left join. Let's understand the next join, that is right join or right outer join. Right join is similar to left join. This join returns all the rows of the table on the right side of the join and matching rows for the table on the left side of the join. So it's just opposite. Earlier we were getting all the rows from left side and common from right side. Now in right join we are getting all the rows from right side and only the common one from left side. The rows for which there is no matching, on the left side the result will contain null. Right join is also known as right outer join. So if you can see here, now I will check from right side. So Rohan is there in table B, but this name is not there in table A. But because it is on the right side and we are applying right join, so Rohan will come, but in place of ID, we will mention null. Veer is there in both the table, so this record will completely come. John is there in both the table, so this record also will come completely. Again, this Sam is not there in table A, so data of Sam, name and marks will come because they are coming from table B, and in place of ID there will be a null value. Fine. So if you can see both left join and right join, left join is biased towards left table, right join is biased towards right table. So that's why we want a join that gives us complete information without any information loss. So finally, we have complete or full outer join that gives us complete data without any information loss. So full join, it looks like this. Symbol of full join is this. Full outer join creates the result set by combining result of both left outer join and right outer join. The result set will contain all the rows from both the table. The rows for which there is no matching, the result set will contain null. Okay, so if we start with table A, so 10J is not present, this J name is not present in table B, but still I will get this name, this record, entire record I'm getting. Only thing is in the place of marks, I'm getting null. Veer is present, so its record will come as it is. John is present, so its record will come as it is. Now from table B, if we will check Rohan. Rohan is present in table B but not present in table A. So Rohan with his marks 20, it's coming, but in ID we are getting null. Sam is also the same case. It is present in table B, so name and marks are coming, and in ID we are placing null. But if you can see here, we are not getting any information loss. So this was outer join. I hope it's clear. In further section, I will show all these joins with the help of SQL queries, so it will be more clear. Thank you. That's it for today.